Welcome to another episode of The Latest to Admire. Today, I am so excited to have a conversation with actress Storm Reid. You know Storm from her roles in A Wrinkle in Time, The Last of Us, Euphoria, and more. Storm has also been in some of my all-time favorite thrillers, Don't Let
Oh.
Go, One Way, and Missing. Thank you so much for being on my show. I am so excited to be talking with you.
Yes, thank you, Maya, for having me. I'm very excited to talk to you, and thank you for supporting all I do. It's really heartwarming.
So let's get started. So
Mhm.
first of all, I want to say again, I can't believe I'm really talking to you right now. I've been wanting to interview you for years, so thank
Oh,
you
that's
so
sweet.
much.
Yeah, of course. No, thank you. Again, like I'm excited to talk to you and chat a little bit, get to know some stuff about you. You can get to know some stuff about me. It's going to be a good conversation.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah.
So my first question for you is who do you most admire and how has that impacted the way you live your life?
Yeah, I mean, I'm blessed to have a lot of inspirational people in my life, but I would say my mom is, the most inspirational. She was a single mom and raised me and my sister. And I might be biased, but I think she did a pretty good job. I think, of course, we're doing what we're doing in our own career paths and things like that, but she really instilled in us to be good people and try to show up the best as we can in the world. And I think that is very important, especially in times like this where the world feels a little confusing and dark and not the most happy to be able to, have the self-love and confidence for yourself. But I think that also pours into the relationships that you cultivate and the friendships that you cultivate. Like, if you try to be a good person, that's going to rub off on the people around you. So my mom is my biggest inspiration. She's so smart and has so much perseverance. So
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. So if you had to pick any character in a book, movie, or a TV show who is
Mhm.
most similar to you, who would you choose and why?
Oh wow. I mean, there's so many great characters in like movies and television shows and so many great characters in books and things like that. But one of my all-time favorite movies is Matilda. And I think I would have to choose Matilda because like, from a very young age, she was just really inspiring to me. Like she was a go-getter. She got it done. She didn't take no for an answer. And that's really cool to see like as a young woman and I think I try to carry those traits on today. So I would say Matilda.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Um, yeah. So what song best describes your life right now?
Oh wow. I mean, I'm a big music lover. But I would say a song called Living My Life Like It's Golden, or is it like Golden? It might be Golden, but Living My Life Like It's Golden, Living My Life Like It's Golden. It's summertime, the sun is out. I've been having fun recently, so that would be my song.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I don't really have like a specific song, but I have an
Hmm.
artist that is basically his music has been the soundtrack to my life.
Really?
Basically, yeah. It's Ben Platt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay, yes, I'm very familiar.
his music is like the soundtrack to my life.
Okay, cool. I love that. Good.
So,
That's a good soundtrack. Good soundtrack.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Um, if you had a warning label, what would yours say?
If I had a warning label, what would it say? Can be extremely moody. I think we all experience that. Like,
Yeah,
sometimes you're just not in the mood.
yeah,
But yeah, that would be my warning sign. It can be extremely moody, but fun. I'm a lot of fun.
yeah. I like that.
Yeah. What would yours be?
Um, I don't know. I feel like I'd have two. That one is like prone to anxiety, don't
Mhm.
overload. And then the other one would be obsessively talks about pop culture.
Oh, well, we have the same signs.
Yeah.
We're very similar in that way.
Yeah. See, I think it's we were meant to meet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
Cute. Yeah. Yeah. So, what motivates you even on days that you aren't feeling it?
Yeah. I mean, I realized when I was promoting A Wrinkle in Time and A Wrinkle in Time came out that my career was bigger than what I thought it was, or it's like it's bigger than myself, really. I'm not acting just to act and, pursue my dreams. I'm actually like inspiring people. I'm inspiring women. Inspiring women that look like me. I'm inspiring like a whole lot of people, which can be, you know, um, a little overwhelming if you think about it like as pressure, but I think it's just a really big privilege that I'm able to, inspire people and that they're able to like look at my work or look at my social media or look at something that I've been a part of and they feel seen and heard and recognized. So even when I'm not feeling the best or I'm like, oh, I don't really want to go do this or I don't want to do that, I have to realize that like people are looking to me to be inspired and to see themselves. So I think about them, and that always gets me back in check.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Um, so do you have any irrational fears?
Yes, I do. My irrational fear is birds. I don't know why. I just they're so scary to me. Like I won't cross the street if there's like a big flock of birds like
Mm.
in the street or on the sidewalk. I'll jaywalk if I have to. Like I don't want to be around any birds. So they're
Yeah.
really terrifying to me. How about you?
I feel like I feel like my brain is one big irrational fear, basically. Um,
Yeah.
I come up with like so I don't know, my brain is very good at coming up with like highly like basically impossible scenarios, but then I
Yeah.
get very freaked out about it, and my mom and
Uh-huh.
my sister both have to be like, you know that's not gonna happen, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Just chill. Take a chill
Yeah,
pill.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I've been there before, trust me.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So I can't like right now I can't think of exactly just one specific irrational fear, but
Mhm.
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Yes, I got you. I
Yeah.
see you. I hear you.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
feel you.
Yeah. Thank you. I love your nails, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Blue is like this shade of blue is my favorite color. So I
Oh,
always like in the summertime, I always try to do blue nails.
oh, I love that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, so what is your favorite way to procrastinate?
Oh, I mean, I find a lot of ways to procrastinate, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Procrastination is kind of my thing because like I realize I can procrastinate and then I can like, still get my mind together to do what I need to do. But I think, a lot of people can relate to this, like getting caught up on social media, just like, oh, I'll take a 5 minute break from doing homework or doing schoolwork or doing whatever I need to do. And then 30 45 minutes later, you're still like scrolling and you're on like somebody's page and you're going down a loophole. So I
Yeah.
would say, like, getting stuck on social media sometimes is my form of procrastination.
Oh, yeah. That's an easy thing to get distracted by.
Exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I know. I'm guilty of that sometimes. I
Hmm.
just get so sucked into like if I'm looking at someone's profile. I get so sucked in.
Yeah, or like when you go on TikTok and then like a video comes up and then it's like a thread. So you go to the other video and then you
Yeah.
get caught up on this person's page and you're like, how did I even get here?
Yeah. Yeah, I have done that many times.
Me too, very often.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so I am pop culture obsessed and I go in stages of shows that I
hmm
cannot stop watching. Is there a
hmm
show that you are currently obsessed with?
Oh, not currently obsessed with, but I just watched a documentary on Netflix called Sprint. I binged it in one day. Last Sunday? So like I guess that's kind of new. I
Yeah.
binged it in one day. It was really good. I really love documentaries and I love sports, so I love when like the two worlds mesh. And then I recently just finished watching a British procedural show. It's called Top Boy on Netflix. They have like two different versions, but I watched the first version like a year ago when I was in London for the summer. So I kind of felt like I was a Londoner. I was like watching the show. I was in London because the show takes place in London. But then I just finished the new series, maybe like a month or two ago, and I was obsessed. Like I was screaming, I was crying. Like it's a very intense show, but I was so emotionally invested, like I didn't want it to end.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I'll have to remember that one because I haven't seen
Yeah.
either of those. So
Yeah, no, it's really interesting. Sprint is really good, and like you can get it like through it in a weekend. Top Boy obviously is a little longer, but if you like, intense like crime, it's a good
yeah.
show.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited to check it out because I do like those shows.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think you would enjoy it then.
Yeah. So thank you for the suggestion.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many shows that I'm obsessed with. I
hmm
recently had some family in town
hmm
from Sweden actually, and
Oh wow.
yeah, and I showed them both Don't Let Go and One Way. We watched
Oh,
those.
that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Did they enjoy
Of
it?
course. Yeah, they did. They really liked
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Yeah, my mom also she had seen Don't Let Go. We watched it
Uh-huh.
together a
hmm
few years ago. So she'd seen that one, but she never saw One Way. So I was
Uh-huh.
very excited to show to her.
Oh, yay. Thank you so much. Please tell your mom I said hi, by the way.
I will. Thank you. Yeah, uh she's a fan of yours too. So
Yay, thank you.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then for shows, really, I've been um rewatching Royal Pains because
Mm-hmm.
that came back on Netflix in January, I think.
Okay.
So I've been rewatching that. That's one of my favorite shows. And then the show White Collar also
Mm-hmm.
came back on Netflix earlier this
Mm-hmm.
year. So that is on like 24/7.
Amazing. I've heard of White Collar before. I haven't heard of the, you said Royal Pains?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I need to check that out.
Yeah, they're both so good. I'm obsessed with them.
Really? Okay. If
Yeah.
I get the opportunity to check them out, then I'll check back in with you one of these days and let you know how I like it.
Yes, I would love to know what you think.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So what do you wish people better understood about you?
Ooh, what do I wish people better understood about? I mean, I think being an actress, I think people have the perception of me, but it's not really me, it's like the character. that they've watched. So like a lot of people associate me with like Gia or like Meg or like all the roles that I've been a part of, which is cool. And I'm glad that they recognize my work. But like I'm not just an actress. Like I'm a 21-year-old girl, you know, trying to figure it out. And I'm like just like everybody else. Like I wake up doubtful and I question myself sometimes, and like not everything is perfect. So I think just I wish people kind of understood, like, you know, the more human side of me. Like I'm not just an actress, I'm a student, I'm so many things and I have so many other aspirations. But I do appreciate the people that like see Storm for Storm, like not Storm the actress, not Storm the student, it's just Storm for Storm.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Mhm.
that. Yeah, I definitely, yeah, the people that I don't know, it just feels like easy to be around and that
Mhm.
like really that they see you. Those are my favorite people to be around.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's good to have, you know, relationships, whether they're like friendships or like family,
Yeah.
um, or friends that, you know, really like you said, see you for you and accept
Yeah.
you where you are in that moment, and they're
Yeah.
there to like really be there, and, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's important.
Like yeah. Yeah, and my mom and my sister are definitely the two of those people. They're
Yeah.
like my best friends. So
Same for me. I have two older sisters, an older brother, and like those are my best friends, including my mom too. Like we always have like the best time, and we always are like joking around, and they're there for me when I need it, and they keep me grounded. So it's good to have those type of people in those relationships.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. So what small things bring you joy on a daily basis?
Ooh, small things that bring me joy on a daily basis. I think this has been a constant theme of mine, but like my family, my friends, sushi. I'm a foodie in general, so like I just love good food. So I love to eat good food. I have a dog, so my dog makes me really happy.
Yeah.
And then like even though I'm glad it's summer break, I always realize during summer break that I love school. Or like I love being on campus. Let's say that. Being in
Yeah.
clinic class is not my favorite thing all the time, but like, you know, just being on campus and being able to, you know, have a sense of normalcy.
Yeah.
I really love that. So those are like the simple things that give me joy. Not too complicated, but you know, everything, everyday things.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, definitely, yeah, agree. I just love, yeah, just the finding the small things that is just in everyday life.
Yeah, and just things that you like would normally take for granted. Like even like being outside, I love like looking at nature or like being like I can sit in the sun all day, even though I don't like to be hot. I love to just like be in the sun. So like sitting outside or like taking a walk, I really enjoy working out. I try to work out pretty often. So like even though when I get up very early, I don't like working out after I feel really good. And that gives me joy.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I love that. Yeah. Um, so do you have like a go-to comfort show or movie?
Ooh, go-to comfort show or movie. I mean, I said it a little earlier, but I think my go-to comfort movie is Matilda. Like, it's my favorite movie of all time, which is like silly to some, but I love the movie.
Yeah.
And I literally just watched it for my birthday last week. So it's like one of those
Oh,
things that make me feel good.
yeah. Well,
Mhm.
belated happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have like just a long list of
Really?
comfort shows and movies that I
Yeah.
just rotate between.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
mean, it's good to have those shows though. Like you can turn it on and like you don't have to really pay attention if you can't, because like
yeah,
you know what's going on, but like the
yeah,
familiar voices and the familiar scenes in the background, like you said, it's comfort. Like it just feels good to put on, and like whether you go to sleep, whether you're paying attention, whether you're doing homework, It's
Yeah.
just good to have something familiar.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Hmm.
I just even like when like at night as like I'm trying to fall asleep, I need that like familiar thing like playing in my ears just so I don't know, it brings comfort.
Sorry, I think I muted myself. But yes,
Okay.
I was agreeing.
Yeah. Yeah, is there do you have a song that like whenever it comes on you just roll down the windows and um like shout the words?
Oh man. I mean, I feel like that's hard because I love so much music, but I will say like an artist that like will make me just roll down the windows, just like, have so much joy while listening. I would say Beyonce. Like Beyonce is one of my favorites and she can do no wrong in my eyes. So like whether it's one of her like love songs or one of her like really hype songs, I love it.
Oh, I
How
love
about
that.
you?
Yeah. Oh, well, just how you were explaining about Beyonce, that's like
Hmm.
the same way I feel about the artist Ben Platt.
Okay, yeah.
Um, he's my all-time favorite. I just love him so much.
Hmm.
My family and I recently saw him in concert
Oh,
with,
really? How was
yeah.
that?
Oh, it was a dream come true to see him, and he puts on the best show.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. I my mom and my sister were telling me that they were watching the show, but they were also
Hmm.
watching me watch him. Um,
Yeah.
because they like him too, but I'm like
Yeah.
the super fan. Um,
Uh-huh.
so I was like screaming the words to every song and basically just crying the whole time.
Really? Oh, that's so sweet. I'm glad that you got to experience that. That's the best to be able to
Thank
see like
you.
your favorite
Yeah.
artists in concert. Because it's, of course, like
And
listening to their music is fun, but like seeing them in person actually like, take up space and you're in a community where like everybody's singing the same
yeah.
song. It's really fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I it was pretty funny. I kept like poking my sister and then pointing at the stage and saying he's right there.
I
Yeah,
can't believe it.
yeah. I was like, is this real life?
I bet. Yeah, I've had those moments too.
Yeah. Yeah, that I think that yeah, that's really like the first concert we went to that I was like crying the whole time.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out. I've gone to a few concerts, which I've been so grateful for, but I don't remember. Oh, I there's a rap artist. It's so funny. I'm from Atlanta, so I like really love like Atlanta artists and like Atlanta creatives. But there's a rap artist. His name is Future, and he came out on stage at Coachella one year, and I was there, and I didn't even mean to cry, but I just started crying because I was just so excited.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those artists that
Hmm.
yeah. That it yeah, it's happy tears.
Hmm. Yes, very happy tears,
Yes.
joy.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I also it's pretty yeah, Ben Platt is on like all the time and then I especially since I just rewatched One Way, I've been listening to
Mhm.
a ton of Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
which
Uh-huh.
I always have some of his songs like on a playlist, but it's been like
Hmm.
also him and Ben Platt recently.
Oh, I love that. That's so
Yeah,
fun. Yeah. He's such a great artist. And
yeah,
I loved doing that movie with him because
Yeah.
Obviously I was familiar with him as a musician, so to be able to see him like transform and really like do a really good job at acting, I was like, oh, that's so cool, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
I could like make songs too.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so, what food reminds you most of your childhood?
Oh, my mom's mac and cheese. I'm convinced that my mom has the best mac and cheese ever. I typically like when I go to like cookouts or like parties or functions, like if there's mac and cheese there, I'm not even gonna try it because like I'm not gonna be rude about it. Like I'm not gonna blatantly say that I don't like it, but I feel like you're just
Yeah.
gonna tell that I don't like it. And mac and cheese is one of my favorite things. So like if I have bad mac and cheese, it's gonna be very disappointing. It's gonna be a very disappointing moment for me. But
Yeah.
like that was my favorite thing that she made growing up. Like I only wanted to eat mac and cheese, and like she didn't make it often. It was like a holiday or like a Sunday dinner here and there where she would make it, and I would like, oh, I would just be so excited.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so I just have one more question for you.
Okay.
Um,
Great.
so I love inspiring and motivational quotes. And this week, the one that spoke to me is sometimes you need to make decisions that hurt your heart but calm your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a quotation that has inspired you lately?
Oh wow, and first of all, that's a very beautiful quote, and I definitely agree. Sometimes you have to like let stuff go for your own peace of mind, even though that might be hard. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know, not a specific quote, but I was obviously very privileged to be able to work with Miss Oprah on A Wrinkle in Time, and one day I was going like not going crazy, but I was like kind of freaking out about me being too tall. It was so silly.
Yeah.
Because like both my sisters are really tall, and like in that moment, I was like, I don't know if I want to be as tall as my sisters, but now I regret it because like
Mm,
I'm kind of the shorty and I wanted to be tall. But
mm.
anyway,
Yeah.
she told me while I was freaking out about that, she was like, don't waste energy and time on things that you can't change when you can be using that energy on time on things that you can change. And I think that's just, even though we were talking about something that was so minuscule, her giving me that advice has really like paved the way for how I approach situations and how I think. Because, sometimes we get so caught up and so consumed in the things that like inevitably we have no control over. So if we shift that energy into the things that we can control, that we can make better, that we can, be that can be beneficial or that we can benefit from, then that is, a more effective use of your time. So I
Yeah.
really think about that a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I think that's
Mhm.
great advice. I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, not really a quote, but some advice that I always think about.
Yeah, I love that. Um,
Mhm.
well, that was my final question for you. It
Oh, thank you, Maya.
Thank you. I have just had the best time talking with you. I would just love to keep talking with you all
I
day.
know. I feel like we could talk for hours and hours about
Yeah,
everything.
me
But I'm
too.
sure this won't be our last conversation. And again, thank you for thinking of me. Thank you for supporting the things I do and taking the time to talk to me. It's a true honor.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for
Mhm.
taking the time. This is truly a dream come true to be talking with you. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Maya. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Um,
Yes, you too. And the
thank
weekend is
you.
almost here. A good weekend,
Yes,
and
you
have some
too.
fun.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so sorry, I am like I feel like my brain's all over the place right
It's
now.
okay. It's
I'm
fine.
just so excited. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah, so thank you. This has just meant so much to me to talk with you.
Yes, of course. Same to me, Maya. I hope we can talk again and we can
Me too.
continue to give each other like movie suggestions and
Yes.
some things that we're watching. And please
Yes.
tell your mom and your sister I said hello as well.
Thank you. I will. Thank you so much.
Awesome. You're welcome.
And that's a wrap on today's edition of The Latest with Maya.